Alright, we're going to start this month off with a delivery from KLR Auto, which they were kind enough to send by way of an endorsement or a sponsorship. This is a massive box. It's going to take me a minute to open and we'll see what's inside. Alright, this is a double diaphragm brake booster as fitted to the 6-wheel drive Land Rover Parentes. And I have a 6-wheel drive and a 4-wheel drive. They are different between the two, but good thing I'm happy to see here is there's a brand new check valve. And that check valve is in a lot tighter than my existing check valve. So I've already replaced the brake booster, which KLR also kindly sent free of charge. They've sent this free of charge by way of a sponsorship. So if you want to say thank you to them, there's a couple of links below. If you use those links, it'll let them know that I sent you. Helps everybody out if you do that. But yes, wonderful job. I reckon I had a brake booster problem, and a dodgy check valve could cause the problem I've got. So there will be a video in changing this over, but this is brand new and these are getting a little bit hard to get. Now in the process of searching for one, I made a bit of an agreement with somebody else as well to buy one. So I have another one of these coming, also new old stock, but that one I had to pay for. So it probably won't hurt to have a spare one kicking around, but KLR got this one to be nice and quick. So that's what I need, because I've been holding off on a trip that should have happened a week ago, and it's not really a great idea to do with dodgy brakes. So we'll get this in probably tomorrow morning. Okay, so the Aussie summer continues, and a company I've been trying to get the attention of for quite some time, KLR Auto, finally agreed to help me. I have some problems with the brakes on my 6-wheel drive Land Rover Parente ambulance, and after explaining my problem to them, and also that I have a YouTube channel, they agreed to assist. And their assistance comes in the form of a new brake master cylinder, if I can get it out of this bag that is quite well packed. Now this is going to go at the start of the month because people have given me free stuff, and it always gets put to the front. Now there are links in the description to both KLR's website and also where to get these things specifically. Let's have a look here. This is heavy. It's about 4 and a bit kilograms worth, but it's a brand new cylinder. My current one is a little on the rusty side, a lot on the rusty side, and I may rebuild it, but this one looks quite good. This is brand new, and it's used only .3 fluid from a sealed container. Some of the problem that led to the issues that need to replace this, as I took bad advice and used .5.1 fluid. In hindsight, that was not exactly a great idea, but hindsight is also 2020. So we will be probably putting .3 in. I have a big container of .4. I will check up on whether that's a good idea to use. In any case, this is suitable, and thank you very, very, very much to KLR Auto. You'll be seeing a full video on this very soon, specifically because I'd like to be able to drive the 6-wheeler and still stop, but also because I'm very thankful for gifts like this. This means more than its monetary value to me. To that end, I have a delivery, which is a 5-litre jerry can with lots of warning stuff on it. Pretty self-explanatory. I needed a 5-litre jerry that was robust. Now, also what has arrived, some good old WD-40 and some .5.1 brake fluid. Enlarged because the brakes, I opened up the brake reservoir because my brakes stopped working in the 6-wheel drive the other day and it was empty. And of course that means I have to bleed stuff. So I bought the last 3 of them on the shelf, which is fun. But of course the mechanic, I kindly gifted him some grit mitts, which is a channel sponsor. This stuff you can get at Repco and a few other places, and they make a liquid as well, which has also been very good. I get this at a very good discount because I promote their stuff, and I approached them in order to get that promotion because I thought their stuff was already good. I have a couple of buckets. I don't think I need to show you that. Something else we did get was an Anderson to 8mm ring terminal. This is for my generator project, going straight onto the, or direct to the battery bank on the ambulance, instead of back feeding up all my other Anderson plugs, which will be nice. And we've got a few other things to show up, but I'm not sure where they are at the moment. We'll see them shortly through the magic of video in the next cut. Alright, I've had another delivery arrive, and this is one that the apprentice works for.
Yes!
So I'm going to give the apprentice a little head start here with a slash.
It's free!
And she can open it. Alright. Could you open and see what's inside this?
Ah. And of course, I did get that. And my dad's going to leave.
Yep. There you go. Some other bits and pieces in here.
Yeah.
What have we got? Okay.
Oh yeah, the LED strip lights.
Okay, so we've got some LED strip lights. These are individually addressable RGBs. And what's this bit that comes with it? This looks like it's open. Let's have a look. We've mowed lawns and worked hard to earn the money, the pocket money to pay for this. And what we have here to go with it is this little HDMI pass-through that has a connected to the RGBs. Like, what the idea behind this is it's meant to go around the outside of the TV and show RGBs to match the colors of the picture on the TV. It'd be interesting to see how we line this up. It could be a little interesting to work that out. And it looks like there's a little app to go with it, and then there's speaker out on that as well. That's interesting. There's obviously an audio pass through as well.
Now,
Okay,
now
so
I like to.
what else have we got in here? Because it does go through HDMI, I wasn't sure if it included an extra HDMI lead. Apparently it does, but we ordered an additional one anyway. It's a fancy pants HDMI lead that probably doesn't do anything greater
this
than...
one isn't in English.
Most of this stuff isn't in English because it came straight out of China. But we've got our kit and we've got our 5-volt supply, which is kind of handy. We now have a power board in her TV that runs 5 volts as well. So, okay, we'll go and see how this installs and we'll have some fun. But let's move on and see what else shows up. Alright, we've got it kind of running. I'm not sure if this is one that changes all the colors simultaneously, as it seems to. Others will change the colors in the particular zone that is on the back of the TV. We don't really know if that's the case with this one, but we did do 2 laps on it, and they're not individually positioned or calibrated yet. I don't even know if there's a way to do it, but they all seem to be changing in uniform. Either way, it's an interesting effect. Okay, another delivery arrived. Is a flash wire USB C-to-C cable. I was very well assured by the provider of this that it does do data, and the box seems to suggest that too, at 480 megabits. Don't know if I believe that, but we will try it because my normal one over here isn't working so much. But yeah, 30 bucks for that, but it is 3 meters, so that will be handy. Let's see what else we got. Alright, we're in the garage for this one. It was just about to leave and these arrived. We've got a Toledo air-operated brake bleeder kit and a litre of low viscosity .4 fluid. That's for the ambulance that's parked over in the driveway there that you can't quite see. We've got to bleed all 6 cylinders after you replace the master. Thank you to KLR. We'll see the results of talking to them soon too. Alright, we have another delivery. Let's see if we can fit this here. We have an air fryer. We have a brand name air fryer in the past that we have had for the last decade. I think it was a wedding gift. Doesn't owe us a cent, but it's finally starting to have some problems that we can't ignore. So we decided to try an Anchor brand one from Target. I'll get this out, we'll see what it looks like. The primary reason we went with this one instead of the digital one is we have a nice, just very simple mechanical thermostat and a mechanical timer. And a bell. You don't need anything more than that on one of these things. The digital stuff doesn't make it any better, just makes it less reliable and more susceptible to power spikes. This is repairable, serviceable, and will last hopefully 10 years like the other one. But anyway, let's move on and see what else we get. So this is a delivery I had to bring home myself, and cost me a pretty penny, but it's hot weather and things broke down. So we have ourselves a new air conditioner. which we'll unbox in a minute. Also arrived, there's some vinyl tubing of different sizes for air conditioning drain. So the AC came with a nifty tube adapter, which is nice, because this was the old hodgepodge one we made up for the old Bitzer air conditioner. That's the unit that goes on, so it clips on and joins onto that adapter nicely. Alright, a little bit of mucking around. We made ourselves an adapter. Goes out the existing hole, and we have tube heading out through the floor there. Not ideal, and we do need to clean up in here, but a good opportunity to do it now. Okay, I am bloody dying now. Moment of truth. Will it fire up? I hear compressor, and I hear air. What's that meant to do? It says push. Ah, there we go, that works. Now it's on waving, but it's working. We have air. This thing is so much more quiet too. The old one has been ruining videos for the last 5 years, specifically the audio. This one might be able to run and I'll still be able to film while having air conditioning. Very nice. Now, this has showed up, and I'm including this in donations and deliveries, and also doing a video on it, but I've only got one parcel to unbox. So this is going to be a dual purpose recording here. I am fairly confident I know what this is, and I've sliced through the corner of the letter. Let's have a look at what the letter says just off to the edge of the camera first, so I know that I'm not going to dox myself. And yes, that certainly would have done that. However, it does confirm that what is in the package is what I expected. We also have a new air conditioner too. Hopefully it's not as noisy as the old one and doesn't interfere with the video. And as usual, Somerville Metalworks have packed this very well. They're always good at what they do in that regard. Australian made stuff. So I'll explain what this is. I have a Travel Buddy stove, or a Travel Buddy oven, in my 6-wheel drive Land Rover. And this is a Somerville Metalworks insulated door kit that is provided by a third-party company called Somerville Metalworks. And I'm getting a phone call. Give me one moment. Alright, that was the senior advisor checking if I needed some stock while she was at the shop. Let me see if I can get this open. It is certainly, they didn't want this going anywhere. Alright, we've got the two bits here. So, this is the SNW 013 kit. This is the latch kit with rivets. Now, the door normally just springs shut with a little spring clip, but when you have the big heavy Somerville Metalworks trivet, like I have in there, it can push the door open on rough roads. So, let's have a look here at our insulated door kit and see what that looks like. So, interestingly, I was kind of expecting this to actually have like a cover on the inside of this, but it doesn't. So maybe this goes over the front of the door. I guess that's how that goes. I'll have to check the instructions, but yeah, I think this, from the look of things, is actually meant to go over the existing front of the door, which would make a lot more sense. But yeah, it is quite hefty. It's obviously been laser cut and then bent precision, and it's got a nice piece of fiberglass insulation in here and some scratch guard on here, which will peel off when we do the install. Oh, they've even included the drill for the rivets and nylock nuts and bolts and the proper stainless rivets. Now that is definitely a touch. They've given us a proper high-speed steel drill in that. So number 20. I actually appreciate that more than you might think, and it's a double-ended rivet drill. So kudos for the extra attention to detail there. I really do appreciate that. And yeah, we've got our little latch kit here as well. So let's go out and install that. As for the deliveries and donations, I'll continue with that video. Alright, more deliveries have arrived. Namely this, for a start. This is going to be a cake topper for my senior advisor's birthday. He's getting up there in years a little bit. It also folds out to do this sort of stuff as well. I'm not sure how this playset thing was meant to work. It's got a little wheel around here I'm guessing it was so that you could do some fancy stuff with a little figurine or something. I'm not entirely sure, but we wanted this as a cake topper, so this will get a clean up and make it a bit more hygienic, and it will be a cake topper for a bit. It has a little drop down peg here. These I think were a Hasbro licensed thing. Can't tell you much more about it, but in any case, that will do the job for the cake topper. Okay, another delivery. Let's see what this is. Let's see if I can damage it with a blade again. We'll try and not aim for the contents this time. Now this looks like a typical AliExpress thing where they combine the shipping, which is, I don't necessarily disagree with, because they're not ripping off the the postal status where China claims to be a developing nation and dumps the bulk of the cost on everybody else. What do we got here? Dymo labels. You can buy these at the supermarket. They want like 15 bucks a piece for them. 15 bucks got me all of these, so this will be nice. I'm going to have some cable labeling to do soon, and I wanted some different colors and textures and stuff, so that will be good. Let's see what's in this one. International shipping is kind of interesting. It's kind of like a mixed bag. You don't know what you're going to get. I do try to purchase locally wherever possible. Okay, so they sent me twice as many as I'd expected, but that's fine. These will not go astray. They go well with my little Dymo Letra Tag label maker. Good stuff. And if I could find this tape, these cartridges would be really easy to reload. So, but at the moment, I've got plenty of them. All right, this I'm going to pretty quickly determine from the dimensions. I know what it is, but they've sent it in a 5 kilo bag. So we should be able to get the blade going here and slice along the bag this way. See how we go. What do we got? That will be a connote. You don't need to see the details on that. Let's see what's going on in here. Alright, we've got these, I'm pretty sure, will be rack blanking plates for a 19-inch rack. Because I have a 19-inch rack coming at some point. Yep, these are nicely reinforced ones. These I'm going to use as switch panels, but they are decidedly more sturdy than I thought they'd be. And they've got little lock tabs on the side. That actually will be kind of nice. It might make installing and removing them a lot easier, which will be nice if I've got like a display and like switches and stuff in there. And I ordered 2 of those, so that will be good. All right, we have some more stuff arrive. We have a donation this time of junction box and 15 amp mains inlet. This could be handy for the ambulance. So at the moment we just hang a cable out the side door. It's got some sharp screws in there. I'll have to deal with that in a minute. Alright, we have some unscented tallow soap. Surprisingly useful. You might not think it is, but yeah, also useful in hard water. We have a couple of mini HDMI leads to standard HDMI leads, suitable for Raspberry Pi 4 and also Raspberry Pi 5s. So yeah, that will be handy. We'll use them. We also have a rack mount. Box is actually correct. I have a rack mount power board here that's going to be going in the rack that hopefully should show up one of these days. See what happens. Maybe it'll get here before the end of the month, because we definitely need to deal with the chaos above my desk here. And by chaos, we mean all that sort of stuff up there. Anyway, let's move on and see what else we get. So, more deliveries, or rather, I took a bus trip to get these just because I was too tired to drive. And we got a bunch of 1 meter patch leads locally. I pay a premium for them, but thanks to Electronic Barn for helping that. They also sold me a set of crimpers here that have the blades to cut the leads on the end of these through-hole type RJ45 plugs, which should save me from using this thing and giving myself a blister, because using it last night like this all the time, that bit of my finger has pretty much got a blister that's about to come up. And I was up till 2 o'clock in the morning doing this. Most of the time, because I share the internet, I wanted to do that when nobody was using it. So we'll continue on and see how our rack looks. Well, we had a delivery arrive while we were on the way out the door. We're going to check this one out in the field and see what we got. A folded piece of paper in here. Let's see what this is. Something small. It's not a letter. Haha. It's an enamel pin. This one goes up that way. It's the RAAC enamel pin. Here's to the X4th 19th. This will be good. It'll go straight on my bag.